All right, let's just dive right in. Today, we are going to get into how to go from being just a host to becoming a true professional hospitality operator. And the goal here, it's all about engineering unforgettable stays. Not by chance, not by luck, but by building a solid, reliable system. You know, this quote just perfectly nails the core idea. We're building on a beautiful space, some great photos, sure, that might get the click, but it's the seamless, repeatable system that actually wins the game. Success in this business isn't about those one-off heroic efforts. It's about building a machine that delivers excellence every single time. So this right here highlights a super critical mindset shift. You've got two paths. On one side, you have the amateur host who's constantly putting out fires, just running on pure effort and honestly heading for total burnout. But on the other side, you've got the hospitality operator. They build systems, and that is the path to predictable quality, to being able to scale, and to delivering excellence without all that constant stress. It's really a choice between chaos and control. So let's get a formal definition on the table so we're all on the same page. What we're calling a guest experience system is basically our blueprint. It's that set of automated processes that we design from the ground up to create a world-class stay. This system is the thing that turns a pretty good stay into a memorable one, the kind that earns those crucial 5-star reviews. This brings us to our very first pillar, first impressions. Now, this is arguably the most critical part of the entire system. Why? Because it's the highest leverage moment of a guest's entire stay. And it's the one moment where we have almost complete control. And this is exactly why that first impression is so crucial. People call it the first 10 minutes rule. Think about it. Research shows that within just 10 minutes, a guest forms about 80% of their opinion about your space. They walk in, they're probably tired from travel, and in that single moment, you either create total delight or you plant a little seed of doubt. So how do we actually control that moment? Well, we use this 4-step arrival blueprint. First up, a flawless entry. We're talking spotless, zero clutter, no fumbling with keys. Next, a sensory welcome. Think soft, warm lighting, fresh air, and a perfect temperature. Then you give them instant clarity. The Wi-Fi password should be impossible to miss. And you cap it all off with the master stroke, the wow moment. Now, a wow moment doesn't have to be expensive, not at all. It just has to be intentional and memorable. It's your signature. A basket of local snacks, for instance, does way more than just feed a hungry traveler. It tells a story about your location and shows a level of care that some generic chocolate just can't. The goal here is to create one single, repeatable touch that makes your guests smile and feel truly, genuinely welcomed. All right, so with a perfect arrival engineered, we can move on to our second pillar, core comforts. Think of these as the absolute non-negotiables. If the first impression was the front door, this is the very foundation of the house. This slide really gets to the heart of hospitality psychology. Guests rarely write rave reviews about fancy, impractical decor. They write reviews, good or bad, about the things that truly matter: cleanliness, fast communication, and those foundational comforts. Believe me, they will always value predictable, functional comfort over some superficial design choice. So how do we make this actionable? We use a super simple framework I like to call the comfort triangle. It isolates the 3 physical areas that have the single biggest impact on guest satisfaction. If you can nail these 3, you've already won most of the battle for that 5-star review. The first point of the triangle is perfecting the sleep experience. This is so often the number 1 factor guests remember and talk about. We're talking about a quality mattress, a variety of pillows so they have a choice, and really effective blackout blinds. A great night's sleep is the ultimate luxury. The second point is all about temperature control. Nothing is more frustrating for a guest than walking into a new place and not being able to figure out the thermostat. Make it super easy to use and always have it preset to a comfortable temperature for their arrival. It's a small detail that says, "Hey, we were expecting you." And the final point of our triangle is elevating the bathroom experience. Great water pressure, truly soft towels, and having all the essential toiletries ready to go make a huge difference in how a guest perceives the value and quality of your property. It's one of those places where quality is immediately felt. All right, on to our third and final pillar. If first impressions are the entry and comfort is the foundation, then communication is the smart wiring. It's the nervous system that connects the entire guest experience and makes the whole thing feel seamless. Great communication isn't just about reacting to problems. It's a proactive journey mapped across 3 key stages. Pre-arrival, your automated messages should be building excitement while giving them all the critical info they need to reduce travel anxiety. During the stay, a simple automated check-in message can catch a tiny issue, like a burned-out light bulb, before it ever becomes a complaint. And post-stay, a systematic follow-up is your engine for getting that 5-star review and encouraging them to come back again. So let's run through some best practices. First, aim for fast responses. It shows you care and builds trust right away. Second, always lead with empathy and provide solutions, not excuses. Third, keep your messages short and scannable. People are reading these on their phones on the go. And maybe most importantly, automate the predictable stuff so you can personalize the critical moments. Send check-in details automatically, but save your mental energy for when a guest really needs your personal touch. Okay, so we've covered the 3 pillars of a 5-star system. Now let's translate all that theory into action. This is the blueprint you can literally start using today. Here is your immediate project checklist. Number 1, physically walk through your property and blueprint the guest's first 10 minutes. What do they see? What do they smell? What do they feel? 2, define and implement your single signature wow moment. 3, automate your pre-arrival message. You can probably do that today. And 4, do an honest audit of your property using the comfort triangle as your guide. Here's the crucial point. Knowledge is great, but action is what creates results. Look at that checklist and decide what is the very first system you are going to build or improve after watching this. Start there. That's your first step.